Paul begins that letter by saying all the good that he saw in the Corinthians. All the good. All the wonderful things that God had done. Now, this is something that I think, it's not psychology, it's not just some inference, it's all over Paul's letters. We even see it in the letters, well, the words of Jesus to the 7 churches of Asia Minor, pointing out good. Now, I'm not talking about flattery, but what I am saying is this is something that maybe we all ought to pick up on. That one of the best ways to help our brothers and exhort them is to encourage them first. Do you see that? That we would actually survey their lives, not with some critical, log-in-your-eye mentality, pharisaical, nitpicky, or our own inferences because of our own immaturity. No. We should try to discover the good that God has done in a person, and we should bring that to their mind and encourage them with what we have seen that is good. Not only in them, not only what God has done in them, but also how they've responded. Encourage them. And then tell them to abound, to go on still more. Encourage them to excel. Let me give you another example from Paul in Romans 15, 14 and 15. Listen to what he says. Now listen carefully. This would literally, if I were to go into some Christian settings and read this text without telling anyone it was in the Bible, they would get mad at me. But listen to what it says. And concerning you, my brethren, I myself also am convinced. And I want you, before I read this, I want to ask you, if someone walked up to you and said this, how would you respond? Would you go, hey, no. Say that about me. But look what he says. And concerning you, my brethren, I myself also am convinced that you yourselves are full of goodness. Does that make you uncomfortable? Then maybe you need to tweak your theology just a little bit. He says, yeah, but the goodness is just Christ. Yes, we all know that. Settle down. Just listen to the text. I myself am convinced that you yourselves are full of goodness, filled with all knowledge and able to admonish one another. But I have written very boldly to you on some points so as to remind you again. What are you, some of you going to get together and rebuke Paul now? I think this is wonderful. And notice that he goes ahead and says it and then doesn't write in parentheses. Now you know I'm just talking about what Jesus did in you. He just says it. I meet believers, old and young. I'm not kidding. And I mean, I'm astounded at what I see in many of them. It's just so good. So much that's good that Jesus did. Also with your children. Yes, teach them the catechism. Teach them about radical depravity and all these other things. But also teach them about the goodness of Christ and the changes that He can make in the human heart and what He can create. And then look at your brothers and sisters and rejoice in what God has done in them. And look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. And rejoice at what God has done in you.